Doors. We found these amazing doors on Facebook Marketplace that needed a little love, and that's just what Dwayne and I intend to do. So we got them home, and we're taking them apart, sanding them down. These doors were extremely old. They probably came from a library or a school, but they had numerous layers of paint on them. So on one side, the white side that I'm working on there, had a lot of paint. The other side was stained, and it wasn't as difficult to work with. But decided to put on a mask just in case, since they were the doors were so old. You never know what's in the paint. It did take a lot of sanding. We decided to go with sanding and not use any chemicals. Just our preference. So taking the doors apart and sanding all the pieces down was the way to go for us. The doors weren't quite wide enough, so here's Dwayne sanding one side of the door. He's going to add probably maybe about an inch. Was it a 3-inch? 3-inch piece of wood you can see here in this picture the two different color woods there. This one also, that's the piece of wood we had to add on both sides to create the width that we needed. Now it's time to primer them. Got them all sanded down. Put a coat of primer on them. And then we're getting ready for the color. I am absolutely in love with this color. I think it turned out amazing.
Okay, for the interior doors, we started with the door slab, meaning that's how it came, just like that. You notice there's no doorknob hole. There were no places for hinges. And so I had to route out the place for the hinge and the place for the doorknob and the door lock, all that. We started with 6-inch walls. And so most door frame casings you get combination, they're for 4-inch walls. And plus we had a very special door that we wanted. The best way, most efficient way for us was to buy the door in a slab configuration. So you take a router and you get the right depth, the depth of the hinge, route it out, you clean it up the edges with a chisel. So when the fit goes in, the hinge should be level with the...
And there's the first door, and like Dwayne was saying, this didn't come with the casing. He's building
the case.
I
still have to put what's called the door socket, the board that you see that goes across there. And you can come over here and look at the hinges are flat into this wood. So for in the door and in the trim there, that had to be using a router on each one of those, and perfectly lined up and all of that kind of stuff. So it's very precise. Now, like I said, I got to still put the door stop in and the trim on the outside, and this door will be done other than additional painting. This is the hardest part of this. This requires a rectangular hole, and so you find the appropriate size bit and you drill in a bunch of different holes. I think it's like 6 holes, and then using chisels, then you work out the stuff in between. This is a little bit different design. So it's a has a deadbolt to the thing in it. And this, once I get it to the right dimension, will slide in all the way like this. And then you'll see the completed set over there.
Let's get that sheetrock taken care of. It is a bit messy, but getting all these seams just right takes a lot. Also sanding them down and then replastering. It's just time consuming, but it's going to look good in the end. So once I've finished using the sander, I go to hand sanding it with probably 120 grit sandpaper. This is the final coat. Oh, it's raining out there. You can hear it on the metal roof. So these are the boards that go up here on the ceiling. I'm putting the final coat on them. We did a primer, first coat, this is second coat. Dwayne will start putting them up on the ceiling tomorrow. Let's see what it looks like. Time to get priming. Drywall has a different primer than just your regular paint primer. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm putting this first coat of drywall primer on. This is the back of the kitchen wall. Dwayne is installing what is called nickel gap. It'll go all around the kitchen, underneath the cabinets, and up the back wall.
So we made a a beam to go up in the very peak of the ceiling right there. It's out of 1x6 materials. Notice the use here of the clamps. Those things come in so handy in so many different places. They can either spread something out or pull it together. They were indispensable